We're from Group 4, BFTKW 12, and I'm Rauda binti Nur Azmain, and my matric number is C281404, and I'm the leader of this group. And my members is Nur Shahira binti Sofyan, C20A1333, Mardiah binti Hasanuddin, C20A1028, and Shaidatul binti Muhammad Taib, C20A1474.
Good morning and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's forum. My name is Nushara binti Sofyan and I am the moderator for today's forum. Today, we have an amazing panel on positive effects social media sites have on society, where we'll be talking about the benefits of social media sites on society. Before we go ahead, let me introduce our amazing panelists for today's forum. The panel one for our forum today is Ms. Rauda binti Nur Azman, while our panel 2 is Ms. Mardiah binti Hasanuddin, and lastly, our panel 3 is Ms. Shaidatul binti Muhammad. Now, without further ado, we will turn the time over to panel 1. Panel 1, can you explain about how social media allow us for speedy communication and how social media helps you find common ground?
Assalamualaikum and hi to all of you. Thank you to our lovely moderator, Miss Ira, for introducing me at first. From my opinion, social media really gives a lot of benefit to us and it's such a blessing. Me as social media influencer really depends on social media a lot. There's a lot of benefits that we never knew existed from using social media. Besides, in this era, many people are using social media as their platform to keep in touch with their contacts. In this modernization, social media really gives big impact to us, especially in urban areas. From the research, it shows that there are 2.3 billion of active Facebook users in this world. It shows that almost 30.8% of Earth populations are active on social media. If you want to know, social media have given us big positive impact in our daily lives. So that I'd like to share with you about positive effects social media sites have on society, which is social media allow us for speedy communication. As we know, our time is being stretched thinner and thinner by work and family commitments. But social networking sites offer a chance to us for communicate in speedy and efficient manner, especially when everyone involved is familiar with social media slang. Such examples, the word of Insta famous, flats, tweet storm, and many more. Do you know that writing a tweet only takes 20 seconds with cross-posting to other social networks switch on? That update reaches everyone you want it to reach and probably more besides in an instant. Let's consider this in more detail about why many people dislike making phone calls and rather to choose write a text on their phones using social media to communicate. It is because of the unnecessary banter that necessitate when you make talk to someone on the phone. I really know maybe some of you are thinking about you can just say what you want to say and then hang up, right? But in this situation, many people think it's seen as rude. Instead, what you need to have to do is swapping pleasantries before saying what you want to say and then swap more pleasantries before the conversation comes to a natural conclusion. When you look at it, it takes so much time for you to explain anything. So now, to put it more simply, social media really help us in many ways to communicate in fast speed. So now, let's move on to the second point of positive effect social media sites have on society. It is social media helps you to find common ground. Common ground means shared interests, beliefs, or opinions between two people or groups of people. Social networking sites can help you to find people you share interests with. To give you an example, Facebook. Before using your Facebook account, it will ask you to list who and what you are interested in right from the start. It makes it much easier to find your common ground with other users who are actively using the Facebook. Meanwhile, on Twitter, you should be following those who have something to say that you are interested in. For your information, making connections in social media with like-minded individuals is much easier than you would offline. It is required the sharing of information and giving up a certain amount of privacy, which is enough for some of people to reject social networking outright. I know that keeping key personal information private is necessary, but sharing your likes and dislikes and interests and obsessions can actually contribute you to an open society. From this, it will help you to find a common ground, friends. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, panel 1, for the explanation. Now we move to the panel 2 to explain her part as well. Panel 2, can you please explain about how social media site makes the world seem smaller and how social media helps you build relationships?
Thank you for the moderator and all honorable panels. The positive effect social media sites have on society is social media make the world seem smaller. Social media has definitely made our worlds become smaller. It has in fact managed to convert the entire world into a global town. Decades ago, it was difficult to connect with people around the world. Now, technology and transportation have made the world look smaller. Human connections seem untouchable until social media show up. Today, social media networks are the most proliferative platforms in the world. Facebook has clocked 2 billion registered users, with 2/3 of them visiting the sites at least once a month. Social media apps like Twitter helps you to stay up to date with what's happening in the world right that second. And not just that, sites also bring to your attention real-time notification, be it a missing abduction or heavy traffic on a particular road that you should avoid. Some social media such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube have allowed us to connect to everyone around the world and be able to chat and talk to these people, or just simply share some things that you think are cool. Well, we can also use social media to learn stuff about other people around the world, what they do on a daily basis. It also can teach us simply how they communicate with other people from that place. Social media also giving you a way to talk to people that you can't normally talk to, like family that live far away, making it seems like they aren't that far away, bringing people together and making the world seem smaller. So the conclusion now, social media really make the world seem smaller. Next, social media also helps you build relationships. Many may think we as a society are overusing social media and losing interaction with our real life family and friends. I will agree with this to an extent because I believe it adds to our personal relationships. I think our view on social media and how we use it in the reasons because of all the time we spend online, but we actually gain more interaction with people in person because of social media. In today's digital media landscape, getting to know your audience and building relationships with them is easier than ever. Even though I spend a lot of time on social media, I would rather have face-to-face conversations. It really all comes down to what you personally think at social media. Social media also can be helpful with getting to know someone and building relationships that can go beyond the computer screen. For example, my freshman year, my roommate and I both found each other through Instagram. We got to know each other and let us exchange numbers. When we finally met in person, it was awkward because we had already gotten the chance to know one another through Instagram and text messaging. Another example of this is people at your school through social media. There are a lot of people I know that go to the university because I follow them on social media. We actually say hello to each other in person because we are friends with each other on Twitter or Facebook. Not only am I meeting new people, but I'm staying in touch with the people I already know. If you think about it, majority of the friends on your social media accounts are the people you already know in person. So you're losing the ability to communicate in person. You are changing it. The next time you see someone so engulfed in the phones, know that they are not ignoring you but connecting with their other friends and building their social life. Also know that they are not losing their ability to communicate but gaining how to communicate more effectively.
Thank you, Penatu, for the amazing point of view about the positive effects social media sites have on society. Now, Penatri, can you share your thought about how does social media makes it easier to make friends and how it fosters empathy?
Social media makes it easier to make friends because it allows people to live life and experience friendship to the fullest, whether it be by connecting people around the globe. Nowadays, making friends on social media has been popular throughout the world. People search for new friends, soulmates, or confidants. Social media has become an important tool to connect people with each other. Since the social media is so convenient, making friends may no longer be a problem. With the development of social media, people are able to meet new friends who have the same interests or hobby through the internet. Although it is easy to make friends on social media because people do not know whether the person is bad or good. Some people will also spend most of their time on social media because it's much easier to connect with others. Although social media also make us easier to shopping from the home during this pandemic. Social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, MySpace, and WhatsApp was invented to keep us in touch and keep us closer to our family and friends. It allows people to live life and experience friendship to the fullest, whether it be by connecting people from around the globe, allowing people instant access to their friends, providing for the sharing of goals and achievements, and allowing us to view people we might ignore in a whole new light. Social media had made it easier to make friends and interact with others, whether the interaction is by way of the internet, a phone, or the classic way, which is visit to each other's home. Now it made easy by text and Facebook message that will allow friends to inform you that they are available. Social media fosters empathy. Each of us spend a little too long talking about ourselves on social networking sites, which is perfectly natural. We are sharing our lives through ups and downs, the twists and turns with people we think will care. They generally do care, and we tell you so. They will listen to what you have to say and help you deal with any problems you may be facing. If this isn't the case, then you may want to find a new friends. The point is that by all of us sharing our experience, both good and bad, on social media, we are able to empathize with each other. A friend may have gone through a similar ordeal that you are currently going through, and they will be able to help you get through it. You will be able to see yourself that they made it out of the other side, that issue didn't derail them, and that they are perhaps better for the experience. Social media become a popular venue for support seeking, which often involves self-disclosure about one's misfortune. Social networking sites that act as a kind of group therapy session. However, the overall pattern of findings suggests that social media is primarily a tool for staying connected. Thank you.
Thank you, Panel 3, for your point of view about the positive effects social media sites have on society. And also, thank you to all of our panel today for their valuable insights onto this topic. I think we are good now. Thank you, everyone. It was a pleasure with you all today.
Because when the sun shines